Good evening, YouTubers out there, as it is. Here, Reese, and going to be doing something you guys probably are thinking about telekinesis. And what are the interesting things about telekinesis? Well, as it is, tonight I'm going to be sharing with you the 16 interesting things that you need to know about telekinesis. There's a lot out there. I only picked 16 ones that we're going to take a look at tonight. Okay, so let's get to the first interesting thing that you need to know about telekinesis. And that is, it's a fine, detailed art. So why is it a fine art? Because it's hands, the eyes, and the mind. The mind is creative. The mind is powerful. So is fate. Put them together with your hands and about moving. Together, that fine art between the eyes, the creative mind, the hands, and the reaching out of in faith and making things move is indeed a fine art. So that's one interesting thing of telekinesis. Or the second one that I just put down in my notes here. That's another very interesting thing that you need to know about telekinesis, and that it's a way of connecting between you and the object. So why is that so interesting? Because it is interesting. Because it is a way of, again, just communicating with your objects, but it's also something to think about as well. Now, why it's interesting is because it has a meaning. It has a pact. It has a pact to it, and that's why it's pretty interesting. That one too is another interesting one. That's the third one, which is it's fully declared 100% pure magic. Imagine that, pure magic, 100%. So why does that make that so interesting? Because normally we think about telekinesis by itself. Telekinesis is a force. Magic is a force. And everyone has that kind of force inside them in different forms. And the real magic that bestows within us is the magic to makes things that move, and that right there is the real magic that you're looking at, and telekinesis in itself is, and again I will repeat, 100% pure magic. And for us that have this telekinesis, I give you guys 2 or more thumbs up, because it is the best. You can do a lot with telekinesis. I super love it. And for those out there that want to get yourselves into telekinesis, well, it is a great thing, because it can be a blessing to a lot of people out there. To help them out in many ways with your telekinetic abilities. You can help people in need and reach out, like in and healing. Healing is another one that is telekinesis too. It also can mend things too. That's another interesting thing I wanted to shout to you guys, is that it can heal people as well too. With the gift of telekinesis, can do all of that. Okay, now bringing us down to our fourth interesting thing that you need to know about telekinesis, and that is it's linked by the spirits touching you and giving their powers as a gift. So why is that so interesting about spirits touching you? Sounds kind of creepy, but it's not. You know, like, here's something. I don't want to offend anyone, but the Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost touches you and gives you the gift of making things move. Awesome. Now, other spirits could also do the same as well. Good spirits can touch you as well too, and give you that same gift of telekinesis. And that's what makes it so interesting, is because it's spirit related. You know, the energy from the spirit into you, and in itself is very. It's actually a soul blessing, and I feel honored that I have that gift and being able to move things as well too. And there's also there's a lot of people out there that are the same as me, that are blessed with that ability to make things move, as well as helping other people in the same process as well. And that's why it's so moving, because spirits move and you move too. And you know, all that right there just makes me smile, knowing that it's linked to spirits, which makes it very interesting. And yeah, it just makes me feel happy knowing that we are connected to the spirit realm, and a lot of things. There's a scene back here, right? Something like that, and an animal spirit could do the same thing too. So, always good to know that there is someone there watching you and helping you, kind of like a guardian angel can do the same thing. Even a guardian angel can give you that gift and have you do telekinesis and be a blessing to other people. I find that quite interesting about that, because it's connected to the spirit realm, which is so close to us. That's why it's very interesting. Okay, so now here is our fifth one. And that is, it's what I just kind of said just a few minutes ago, and that is, it's a blessing to others and can be used for the good. Yeah, right there. And being a blessing to others is incredible. You know, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel good. Makes them feel good too. You know, and with the abilities of telekinesis, can make such wonders in their life. You know, someone's in need. You reach out to them. You minister to them. In many ways that you can. And having the telekinesis can help them. Can help their mind sometimes, sight, their mind, body, and soul as well too, including, like, say somebody's hurt, you could go and just touch them, and with that power, you can heal them. Not like split seconds, but eventually the more you lay hands on someone. Not saying you will, but if you do, like say, end up like say helping someone in need, like that, I've done the same. Somebody's hurt. I've actually had someone at church, their daughter, I'm not going to say any names at all, and said that my daughter is hurt, and I laid hands, and I said just a few words, and that was it. Next day she came in, the mother, and said, I'm gonna use my name in this one. She said, Reese just healed my daughter. That made me feel proud. I felt really happy. And that's the reason why I'm smiling, because what I want to see is people being healed too, being saved. But you know, telekinesis can do that as well too. That's why it's so interesting to have telekinesis. That's why I wanted to do this video, is to show you guys interesting things about telekinesis, so that way you guys can get to know why is telekinesis so interesting. Okay, now one that's really interesting involves magic. Not just magic, the real ones, but also the ones in tricks and illusions. And that's our sixth one of the interesting things that you need to know about telekinesis, and that is that it increases magic tricks and betters them. So that's why it's very interesting, because when you're doing magic tricks and you have telekinesis, I give you 5 stars and lots of thumbs up coming your way, because that way when somebody says, oh yeah, I want to see some magic, or you're showing them some tricks, and you have the telekinesis inside you, and it just shows when you're doing magic tricks. Like, here's an example of where telekinesis has took me in card magic. Let's take a little look at it right now for an example, and then we'll carry on with the interesting stuff that you need to know about telekinesis. Okay, so let's take a look down. I'm going to show you I can do it with this deck right here. Okay, put this on here. Also, I have a little card routine that I like doing as well too. There we go. It takes me a little bit of time, but just a little example of why even that one. Again, watch. Right there. Again. gonna pull a card from here. Watch the card. Whoa! I almost had 24 pickup there. That was a called air pluck. An air bending move. The use of telekinesis right there. Okay, I'm gonna find a face card. I like using face cards. Okay, again. Oh boy. Alright, so let's go like this. Even I can also do this. Even I can also just take the deck and give it a cut. See that right down here. Watch. Exactly right there. So there, you've just seen telekinesis in magic. I feel really happy for actually showing you a little bit of some of my card magic in telekinesis as well. So tell me what you think of that. Well, yeah, I had a few little drops there, but it's like a warm up, making sure that you're getting warmed up and just doing those tricks like that. Right, there is an example of what telekinesis can do in bettering the magic that you just seen. And alone, it does help you practice magic a lot more easily. And a great way of channeling the energy into magic tricks. Because then once you get to look at that, your magic tricks will be lickety split, because you got your hands involved, you got the eyes involved, and you got the mind in there as well too. In those magic tricks. You also want to see some other things that I could do. I'll show them now, and then we'll get on to the next interesting fact. Okay, I'm gonna actually find a bit of clothing. I'm gonna toss it to a clothes pile. Now I'm gonna show you that, so that you guys can take a look at it. Okay, I got a shirt here. I'm gonna actually use the power to actually, from here all the way to a clothes pile. You think I can? Check this out. Okay, right here. Watch. Going like this, and then my hand going like this, giving it that push. There's a clothes pile. Watch. Did you see that? I'll do that again for those who have not seen it. At a different angle. Okay, so here's a different angle. I'm gonna go from here. Watch. Bravo! You seen it? I put my hand there and it went onto that pile. You've seen it. You've seen it. Exactly my point taken. That's why it's so interesting, and that's why I totally love it. And you know, it's great that you guys love it, because the Force surrounds us. And it's where we use it. You know, that's what I do when I clean and I do that. Exactly. That's probably another thing you think you do with your telekinesis is to clean your place. That's all too. Soon you've just seen it. The flying of my shirt and going like this with my hand. Wow. That was definitely something. Okay, so now For our 7th one, and that is, it's loosely based on the elements air, water, fire, and earth, which is the 4 elements that you'll see right here. And they all create life. Life in itself is a force. And a part of it has telekinesis built inside of it. And this has as the gift from spirits, as it is also a part of the 4 elements, which I've just shown you. Which makes it another interesting because all a part of telekinesis is loosely based on the elements like pyrokinesis, fire. Okay, then we got is what earth is. That's psychokinesis. Okay, and then we got air, which is aerokinesis. Air is aerokinesis, and that one as well too. Fire is pyrokinesis. So right there are some of the kinesis in there as well too, in relation to the 4 elements, which ties in with our 8th one, which is there is more than telekinesis out there, such as hydrokinesis, aerokinesis, pyrokinesis, psychokinesis, and telepathy. Are all out there in terms of telekinesis. Oh yeah, water. Hydro. There we go. Because both together are very, very powerful and can be used to benefit others as well. With those gifts, they can definitely help someone in need. And now that brings us to our 9th one, and that is it can make magic shows even more powerful and extra special. I know you gotta practice to make it well in being professional, doing with magic tricks, doing the shows, but it really does pay the benefit of having telekinesis to actually help you with your magic shows as well. Another interesting one that you need to know about telekinesis at its finest. And now for our 10th one, that is it's actually not a curse. For those who want to know what it really is actually not a curse or a disability. It's an ability, a blessing, and a purifier. Because telekinesis is an ability to do a lot of things, since as being a blessing to other people, and is a purifier of your soul. And that brings us down to our 11th one, which is it fully includes the mind, eyes, hands, moods, emotions, vibrations, feelings, and movements and waves. Because telekinesis has all that built inside of it. It makes it very interesting. You know, it makes it feel lively, alert, and awake, and full of power. Let the Force be with you, always. And that brings us to our 12th one, and that is all hand, eye, and mind coordination. Mind over matter. Because in telekinesis, that's a pretty big one. It's the most biggest mandatory one of all people who have telekinesis is mind over matter, and that's what makes it move, which makes it even more interesting. Okay, now we work down to our 13th one, which is about 15% of us have telekinesis, and increasing due to more people who still practice it up to date. And not just the 15%, I know that the rate is going up just a little bit more every time, because there's a lot of people that have had and are now getting the gift of telekinesis. So it could go up, despite of what I just said, as the 15% of us. It in itself is going to probably end up fluctuating a bit, because every day someone is getting telekinesis, which is good, and I give you guys 2 more thumbs up for that one, because everyone needs someone powerful in their life to look up to. And now that works our way down to our 14th one, which another interesting one, which will make you more wiser and more smarter. Depends on the way it works in waves, and how the mind works in the same line too. But it can better it as well too, so you can be more smarter, even more stronger, as well as more wiser as well. And the telekinesis can definitely help that as well too. It's like a pencil sharpener, so it keeps things sharp and fresh, including those things that I've just said. That was wiser, smarter, and stronger. Now you may not know about this other interesting thing. It's very interesting, as this is the science one. And that comes to our 15th one, and that is science has proven that telekinesis is 100% a real tests, I should say, have been made and authenticated with proper diagnosed science has backed us up on that. But yeah, scientists have been testing and they're stunned. Like, wow, this is amazing. Isn't that interesting? Scientists are just amazed that after testing, they found lots of interesting things. The mind is very powerful, and when they look in and see it, they will absolutely be blown away that that person has and has had and bestows telekinesis. And I find that pretty interesting, that science has proven that telekinesis is 100% real, and so is telepathy as well too. It's pretty interesting to find out what there is in the round of telekinesis. That's why I'm taking this time to share it with you guys, because you guys probably want to know what's so interesting about telekinesis. Well, this is the video right for you guys. And that brings us down to our last one, and that's our 16th one here on my my list here, and that is even some fine artists. Now, there's artists in this one. Even some fine artists, including musicians, DJs, musicians, may also have telekinesis. Imagine that. Those names I just mentioned just now could have telekinesis. And so there you go, all 16 interesting things that you need to know about telekinesis, as well as interesting facts, all in one. So interesting facts, as well as some of my examples live. So if you enjoyed this video, if you find this video very educational and that it helped you tremendously, if you keep seeing more of these telekinesis videos, I got quite a bit here on my channel. You can check them out. I also have lessons on here as well too, on training, as well as practices as well. Even showing you things I can do with my telekinetic powers. But overall, just wanted to holler out to you guys is you can go check out the other telekinesis stuff here on my channel too. Again, just wanted to thank you so much for watching this video. I find it very educational, and it says it's being an inspiration as alone a way of sharing with you the interesting things about telekinesis as fine craft. If you want to know about other videos, I got more on my channel. The Cyber Tricks videos, the Canada Day trick videos, and soon to come the back to school trick videos as well too. Just keep you guys posted. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time to get yourself subscribed, because when you do, you'll be seeing a lot of really cool, amazing videos here on my channel.